Hi guys, and welcome back to Midwest Woodcraft. This last weekend Beth and I had a great opportunity to get over to Raccoon Lake over in Indiana to meet up with Tracy Apperson and the Indiana Bushcrafters. My good friend Ryan Rose was there, Mike Seibert, several other members of the group, Jamie Burley from the Pathfinder School, and Self-Reliance Outfitters was there. My good friend Robert Onken was there. Had a pretty good turnout despite having some pretty windy, crappy weather. We got in there Friday night. It was raining actually when we were setting up our tent. We just had the cheap Ozark Trail Walmart tent going on, and with the cold wind going through it Friday night, we had a little bit of trouble staying warm. We didn't do too bad, but we did have a little bit of trouble. So on Saturday I took my USGI poncho and kind of strapped it down to the top of the rainfly, and kind of used guy lines just to kind of hold everything down so the wind wouldn't whip through the tent. And it seemed to work out quite a bit better the second night. Anyhow, there was a lot going on out there. Jamie and his crew, they whipped up a feast Saturday. They pit roasted a duck and a leg quarter, and unfortunately I didn't get any footage of the pit roasting or anything like that. They also made lye soap out there at camp, and that was pretty interesting. I missed some of that process, didn't get any video of that either, so I do apologize for that. But Jamie was there to relax. I really didn't want to be, harassing him with a video camera all weekend, so I just kind of wanted to let him have the space, and didn't want to, be too intrusive with the video camera. I wanted to put some kind of video together, but I didn't want to be hounding everybody with it. So I think I got some pretty good footage. Most of it's just of Beth and I's, experience of the trip. But I did get some good footage of the food that was going on out there Saturday and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy what I did come up with. This is Kevin. Thanks for watching. Here we are on our way to Raccoon Lake in Indiana to camp with Jamie Burley and the Indiana Bushcrafters. We're about 20 miles out now. We ran into some rain. They've had storms, pretty strong, severe storms, I think, most of the day here. I think there's still a chance for one more little storm to go through, so we're going to get out there and see what happens. Little rain don't scare us, but if it's dangerous, then we'll probably seek some other lodging. So we'll just see what happens when we get out there. Didn't get any footage setting up because it was already raining when we got here. So got the tent set up in the rain. Everything stayed moderately dry, so we're going to finish setting up, and probably won't be back with you till the morning. Saturday morning, just shy of 7 a.m. out here at Coon Lake in Indiana. Got some campers already here. We got Mike and someone over there in them spots. Mike's canopy didn't quite make it through the night. Beth and I are over here. We've been working hard trying to get coffee and breakfast going. And then actually way back in there, there's a couple of guys. Had a chance to meet them last night. Seemed like really nice guys. And then over here we have an assortment of campers I really haven't had a chance to meet yet, but we'll make it over there sometime today and meet them fellas. Just kind of waiting on Ryan and Jamie and Tracy and all of them to show up, and the rest of them, and should be a nice fun day. Camp's starting to fill up here on Saturday morning. Mr. Burley just showed up with his crew, so we're just waiting on Ryan and Tracy and everybody else who's coming, and we can get this day started. Got some nice warm fire going. on a nice cold snowy day. It's getting later in the afternoon. Me and Bess just taking this little stroll down to the lake. See, that's Raccoon Lake. It's really low right now. With driving in, you could see a lot of spots where there should be water, but there wasn't. So. First year mullein here. Usually the first year mullein will hold on to its leaves, stay somewhat green and plush even in the winter, so you can still use it for teepee. Came up over this grassy ridge here and there's mullein everywhere. Now we showed you earlier that the first year mullein holds on to its green leaves through the winter. That's a trick. I do believe it was Jason Hunt that I heard that from Campcraft Outdoors. I'm not totally sure, but I believe it was him. But you can see on this older plant here that has a stalk coming up, it doesn't hold on to its leaves like that. So we'll just grab one of these. We'll strip the seeds off of it, or at least as many of them as we can. That way, when we harvest this, we're leaving the seeds behind for this plant to reproduce. So we're not just stealing a resource and not allowing it to replace itself.
Alright, so this is a super shelter. We set this up using a military shelter half, an SOL, one of the heavier duty space blankets, and a painter's drop cloth. And basically, the long wave radiation from the fire goes through the plastic, bounces off that space blanket, and keeps it really nice and hot in there. Essentially what you've got is a greenhouse. So the long wave radiation from the fire goes through the plastic, becomes short wave radiation, can't get back out, and traps it in there. So the biggest part of these is to make sure your plastic is all the way around. And if you notice that every once in a while you'll see it bellowed out, and it's because it's really warm in there. So,
and we got the floor line too with the reflective.
Yeah, we've got
you got your ground insulation.
grabber heat sheet down in there, and that's going to reflect up at us. We got several ground pads and a wool blanket plus our sleeping pad bags. So I've slept in these a few times, and they're kind of fidgety, but once you get them set up, they're really, really warm. You can get 70, 80 degree bed temperatures with a big fire.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
Here we have Robert's homemade bacon. He put his wife hard to work making it while he's standing here watching. He would like me to send a special shout out to Scotty Kinder for, I guess he taught you this method here?
Yeah, it's his recipe.
Awesome. Well, it's really good, Scotty. Thanks a million.
Whole venison quarter here.
So much steam, I can't even see it.
Wow, it looks good.
Mr. Burley's whipping up a feast here. He's got
Look at that.
He's got some duck over here.
Got a one.
I can't even see it. There we go. Ooh, wow.
Let them cool off.
That looks amazing. It smells even better. Again, if it was smell-o-vision. And we got a deer quarter over here. Nice, very nice.
Can't cook that good in an oven, man. Check
Oh
that.
no, man. I mean,
Braised on the top.
oh,
Do you eat
awesome.
duck? Have you ever had duck?
I have a few times.
This is smoked sausage, which is going to go in the red beans and rice.
Ooh, yeah. Everybody's eating good out here today at the Indiana Bushcrafters meetup.
Yeah.
Good times. Dutch oven apple pie is getting ready to put some icing on there. Icing on the pie. And I thought it couldn't be any better than it was already. Look at that. One thing when you camp with old Mike, you eat pretty dang good.
And the kicker is I got one more container icing.
Uh-oh. Awesome. See what you're missing, Joe?
And Rod and Theron.
Here we have Ryan and Tracy's super shelter in the dark. Got their fire going. You can see the plastic bellowing out because of the heat building up in there. So hopefully they'll stay nice and toasty tonight.
Don't burn your shit. You got it right where you got it. The whoopee. Yeah, the whoopee will melt in your face.
Well, it's been a good day, but it's time to turn in. Good night, everybody. Mr. Burley and his crew are up moving around. Beth and I got our coffee on the fire, so far the morning is going good. Sunday morning here at the Indiana Bushcrafters meetup. We got Camp Burley over there. The maroon truck way over there in the background, that's where Ryan and Tracy's camp is. With the super shelter, we got a few guys camping over here. I can't remember what all their names were. We met so many new people this weekend. This was our camp. It's all torn down. We're just kind of letting our fire burn down, letting our ground cloth dry out there a little bit, and we'll be headed out probably within the hour. A lot of them stay until tomorrow. Wish we could, but we just can't. Work and other duties. We got crows crowing in the background. We got our buddy Jeff over there in the white Suburban. There's Beth and Mike there talking about food. His pretty new truck. We have Mike set up over here. He was rocking the hammock. I do believe he was using the Snug Pack underquilt this weekend. Said it worked out pretty good in combination with the jungle blanket. So everybody's had a great time, seems like. I know I have for sure. It's always a great experience getting out and getting out in the woods and meeting new people and hanging out with old friends and you know, kind of solidifying those friendships over a campfire and telling lies and stories and such. But anyhow, hopefully I can make some kind of video out of this. I apologize I didn't get quite the footage that I wanted and everything, but hopefully it'll turn out to be something. This is Kevin. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the woods real soon.